Hi there everybody, and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the description of this video, I'm reviewing my I already did that, my September BoxyCharm. It looked like this, and basically I have all the products right here in this bag, and I have tried all of them, so let's go through it and I will give you my honest opinion. And these are my opinions. I paid for this box. BoxyCharm is a $21 monthly subscription, and I did pay for this box with my own money. So let's review the products that were in last month's BoxyCharm. You received this blush trio from Alamar Cosmetics, and so sorry about that. It's the Ojitos brush set. It says it's made with 100% synthetic fibers. These brushes are extremely soft, durable, and essential to your brush collection. The flat painter brush effortlessly applies color onto your lids, and that is, I believe, the painter brush is this blush, and it does pack the color onto your lid, and it does do what it said it's going to do. So I mean, if all you had are these three brushes, you can accomplish a full eye look with all three of these brushes. This blending brush, it is a little bit more fuller than I like to have a blending brush. It's not as dense, but it does work for blending out and packing on and adding additional color to maybe in the crease or up here on your eyebrow bone. But these three brushes are actually pretty good. This is really a good brush for adding maybe eyeshadow along your waterline or underneath here for smudging out and adding that color underneath. So I mean, these are actually some pretty good brushes, but for $18, I don't know, it seems a bit much for those brushes. The next item from last month's bag is the Galactic Skin Glow Duo. Sorry, it's kind of reflectives, but that's what it looks like. Packaging, I really like the packaging on this. Makes me think of one of those chandeliers. And this is what the inside looks like. It does have a really nice size mirror. This is what the inside looks like. You can see I've been using the heck out of this. I do have it on today, but you can't tell because I like the shades, I like the colors. My only problem with this is they to me are more like a highlighter or a blush topper than an actual to use as a blush. I mean, if you use this on top of that Laura Geller blush that you got, maybe it would look really good. But I do like the color, and I like the payout of it, and this is what it looks like. It is a creamy color. Here's what they look like. And put this on my hand. The problem is you're not going to see them. Here's what it looks like. So I mean, you can't, let me try and build it up. I do like the color and I do like the payoff, but like I said, you really can't. Here's what it looks like. See, you can't really, let me try it this way. It shimmers a lot. That's part of the crushed pearls in it that gives it this iridescent look, but I mean, they basically look the same. But I really love this stuff. I use this practically every day, but I do put it as a topper on top of the peach color. I put on top of my blush. I just dot it on here. You can use your hands or you can use your fingers like I'm using right now. And I use the lighter brown shade kind of in my contour to pearl that up a little bit. But other than that, it's a really good product. I really like it. It does cost $26, so it is in the shade Moonlight. Here's what it looks like on the back. That's the colors that it's supposed to be, but these look a little bit darker than the actual shades in the pan. But I do like it. They're really, really good. The next item in here is by Luscious Angel Eyes. It's an eyeshadow primer slash base. basically it says, the guardian angel of your eye makeup, a smooth, lightweight, and matte formula that creates the perfect canvas for a long-lasting eye makeup application. Glides onto the eyes without dragging and acts like a magnet for eyeshadow and eyeliner, ensuring true and vibrant color results and stays in place without creasing. I will say that this product does do all those things. It does go straight smoothly onto your eye. The only problem is it's in the shade Nude, so it does have a little bit of a tint to it. For me, it looks natural. It totally goes with my skin color, but as you can see there's a little bit of color in this, and it does, here I'll use a little bit more. It looks like that, and when you put it on, you dab it onto your eye, it does have this little bit of sheenish color to it, but as you notice, it's blurring out the imperfections on my hand. I had a bunch of freckles right there, and now you can't see them. The fine lines that are there in my hand, you can kind of see them, but it's blurring those away. So I do like that, and I do like the fact that it will not crease, as I've got a little bit of a hooded eye going on here. Yeah, you can't see it because my lighting here is casting a shadow in my eye area, but it does have a my eyes are a little on the hooded side. But my favorite eye primer, I do like that eye primer. I just wish it had a wand so I wasn't using my fingers. Not that I don't mind adding product with my fingers. I prefer brushes or some type of an applicator, like with my Urban Decay, my eyeshadow primer potion in original. It comes with a nice little applicator tip like this, so you can just stick it on your eye and not get your fingers in the product. Like I said, it's not that I don't mind using my fingers, it's just you have to make sure that your fingers are clean. Not that my fingers aren't clean, but just have to make sure that you make sure your fingers are clean before you put your fingers on near your eyes. And the last item, and that's $14. That's about the going price. I mean, the Urban Decay is about that much. The last item is this Nightingale by Pretty Vulgar Nightingale eyeshadow palette. I really love the packaging of this palette, and we've gotten something from Pretty Vulgar before, and it does remind me of the Victorian era, and it does have a metallic closure, so it stays nice and tight and closed. It's called Nightingale because when you open it up, it does have a really decent sized mirror. I don't want to blind you. The inside looks like a bird cage. So here's all your colors. I mean, I do like this palette. It is a very different cool tone palette considering the palette that we got in August was that Laura Lee palette that just had all those crazy colors in it that, for me, I'm not a girl that's into a lot of bright, whoa, let's slam on a whole bunch of color, but there's 12 shades in here, and there's matte, shimmers, and satin shades. My favorite colors, as you can tell, are more of like the shimmers, like this shade right here and this shade right here. But that's my only issue with this. There's so much dark shades down here that they tend to all kind of pull the same look off. If you look at my eyes, I used this brown here with this here and this shade here. So, I mean, it's all kind of muddied in together, and it doesn't, the shades are all kind of close together. So here, let me show you. I'll show you the bottom row here. See, look at all those shades together. They look like they'd be different, but then when you put them, go down here, when you put them together on your arm, they all look kind of the same. And the same goes for this middle row. Let me get the color off. I mean, they are highly pigmented, and I broke my palette. They are highly pigmented, as you can see. I still had color on my hand. I'm trying to get it off here. And let's go into this row here. See, here's the shades here. This blue color looks really, really nice. And then you put it here. I mean, even this brown here kind of looks like the other browns and the black shade in this blue shade. I mean, they can be patchy. I won't lie to you. They are a little on the patchy side, but they're very buildable. And so that's the whole point of this palette, is to build and the colors. Let's go into this next row right here. This like purplish. Here's a brown shimmer, and then this dark brown. Let me get a little more of this one. Here's what the color looks like. And go further down. See, I mean, all the shades kind of look the same if you really look at all the shades here on my arm. I mean, this is a little bit lighter, but they all have the same. Darken that up a little bit, but they all kind of are in the same wheelhouse as far as the colors. So I mean, it's definitely a palette that you're going to have to use another palette possibly with it, unless you really are looking for this light shades here. Let me do the top row. I do like the color, and I do like the payoff that you get, but I just really wish there were a couple other shades in here, like maybe a red or a dark red or something, or green even. Not all these browns. I mean, this is a very brown all this brown. This is brown, that's brown, that's brown, that's brown, that's brown. They're all browns, and they all, as you saw when I swatched it, this is the whole palette here. They all kind of, except for this blue shade here and this lighter shade that I put right there, but they're all kind of in the same wheelhouse. I think I've said that 3 times now already. But the last item that I had in my Boxy from last month is this Grande Lips Hydra Plump Liquid Lipstick. It's what I have on my lips right now. I'm not a big fan of plumping lipsticks, but as you can tell from my lips, it does go on very smoothly. I do have to put a lip balm underneath it because it's so it does dry down, and the tingling from the lip plumper rather, it's still tingling on my lips right now. And I put this on really early this morning. Right now it is at 6:51 in the evening. I did apply it again about an hour and a half ago, so I mean, it definitely, it still tingles a little bit for about a half an hour to 45 minutes after you put it on. At least it does for me. I don't know about anyone else, but I do like the shade. As you can tell, it's a very good color for me, and I just wish it wasn't a lip plumping version. But that's my review of my Boxy from last month. Let me know what you all think in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of these colors here in the palette. I mean, it may work for it works for me. I've got this look that's here on my eyes. If I can get in closer, you can see I did this eye look with that palette. But it is, I don't know, it is a rather hard palette for me to work with, but I do appreciate the fact that it is a cooler tone palette. So anyway, let me know down in the comments what you think about the products that I've shown. If you have a different view of the product, or if you love it, or if you don't like it, please just let me know down in the comments. Please do not bash any of my, these are all my honest review and opinion of the products. And let's go from, let me just know what you all think. I hope you all are having a great evening, and I'll see you all in another video. Bye now.